It's up live, Chelsea. Hello and welcome fans to this live video streaming event at Table Rock Sports Productions. I'm Jeff Lang alongside Jason Brewster coming to you live from Crater High School in Central Point, Oregon. Thanks for joining us tonight. We're pleased to bring you this game on TableRockSports.net in partnership with the Central Point School District and our participating community business partners. Be sure to download the new version, our free app, Watch All Table Rock Sport Network events on your phone, tablet, or PC, or anywhere you connect for free. We also invite fans to check out all the features on TableRockSports.net, where you can find easy access to live streaming events. Southern Oregon Sports Spotlight in our new feature. Tonight we've got a featured event. We've got the traveling Thurston Colts here at the home court of the Crater Comets. Comets come in with an overall record of 9-5 and a record of 5-1 in league play. Thurston Colts come in with a record of 7-7 and a league record of 4-2. So we've got a good one here for you tonight. But before we start the boys' action, let's finish the girls' action, Jason. We got
what a great game, huh?
Got a special guest in the booth tonight. It's our Southern Oregon Sports Commission player of the game. This is Mackenzie Hirsch. She is a 5'10 sophomore for Coach Scott Dipple's Comets. The Comets move their overall record to 13-2, right, and 5-1 in league play, right? So Mackenzie, welcome. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Can you just talk a little bit about what Coach Dipple's plan was coming into tonight's pivotal game?
Yeah, so our main game plan was rebounding. They're a very good rebounding team, and it's like on the stats, all of the games they've won, they've beaten the teams on the glass. So our main focus was rebounding. We also wanted to play the same defense we did at Churchill. We had a really good defensive game, so we wanted to up the defensive intensity. We also needed a safety to get back. They're a very good fast-breaking team, so Dibble really wanted us to focus on rebounds, defense, and getting back.
Well, you're a big part of the success this year. Again, overall record of 12-2, 5-1 in Midwestern League play. Can you tell us a little bit about how your role has changed from last year as a freshman to this year as a sophomore?
Last year as a freshman, I was kind of just feeling everything out. We had a lot of really, really good players, and we still do have a lot of really good players. We graduated 4, but my confidence level has really gone up since last year, and mostly I love being with my team. I love the girls on the team this year, and last year I loved them, but mainly my role is just to be with my team and just encourage them and do the best I can and help them do the best they can.
You feel like you're having to shoulder more of the scoring load now that you're a sophomore, second-year varsity player than you did last year, or is it rebounding, is it defense? What do you feel like you're having to do more of this year?
Kind of just everything, mostly just because my confidence, as I said before, has gone up, so I just really feel like I can do more this year. So yeah, it's just scoring, rebounding, defense, a lot of stuff.
Well, you've been doing it all for the Comets. It's been a good year for Mackenzie Hirsch and a good year for the Lady Comets.
Certainly. So our Southern Oregon Sports Commission player of the game, this is Mackenzie Hirsch, again a sophomore, 5'10", come on out, watch her. Plenty of home games remaining this season. We've also got a gift certificate for her.
A crumble cookie from Crumble Cookies in Medford, Oregon, making the world a better place, one cookie at a time. And we're happy to have Mackenzie join us.
We're going to take a 30-second break here on Table Rock Sports. We'll be right back after these messages.
1991, Medford area residents have looked to Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon for vision care for the whole family. Specializing in optometry for adults and children, ECA uses state-of-the-art diagnostic tools to scan for health risks and get your prescription just right. Get your students a comprehensive vision check to ensure they have their best chance to learn and succeed. And look good while you see well. Specialists in our optical boutique have extensive styles on hand or can special order. We hope to see your family at Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon. Visit eyecaresouthern.com to learn more.
Circle K is your on-the-go tailgate headquarters. Whether it's a home game or a road game, when you need a big play, call on My Circle K. From their always fresh premium brewed coffee, ice-cold fountain drinks and sodas, fresh made-for-travel deli items. When it comes to special teams, nothing is more special than My Circle K's Kickback Reward Program. Rewards every purchase, every time. Find them, follow them, throw a tailgate party with them. MyCircleK.com.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Listen up, everyone. Listen up. You know that great deal got him a new car? This is the guy from Lithia who made it all possible, Carlos. Hey, Carlos. Hey, Carlos. You want someone who's going to take care of you and not just the dealership? My guy should be your guy.
Hola, Carlos.
But not for you, little sister. Thank you for coming.
Find your guy during Jeep Adventure Days going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford and on lithiasuperstore.com. Not a dealership, a partnership.
This year.
Hey, and welcome back to TableRockSports.net. Jeff Lang alongside Jason Brewster coming to you from Crater High School. I feel like we've been road warriors, Jason. It's good to be home.
It feels that way. Nice to be back in Central Point at Crater High.
We got a good crowd on hands tonight. The upper deck has been opened by Athletic Director David Hurd. As you can see from the camera, the what would be, is that the east or the west side? One of the sides is full.
That's the east side.
The east side and the west side's full, so we have opened up the upper deck here. Starting lineups here for Coach Blaine Libertor's Thurston Colts. Number 4, that is Alex Deller, a senior. Number 15, that is Wesley Comer, the All-State running back. Number 22, Noah Castile. Number 3, Jake Newell. Number 0, Grant Stark, the All-State offensive and defensive lineman, rounds out the Thurston Colts. Colts dressed in all black tonight with red trim. Starting lineup now for Coach Chris Schmerbach's Comets in white tonight. Senior point guard Jaden Brains wears number 0, stands 6 foot, 6'1" junior. Hunter Chubb wears number 4, and a 5'8" Braden Ray wears number 1. And the two men in the middle, that's Kruger Edwards coming off a great game up at Churchill High, wears number 21, 6'6" senior, and then Nathan Biddle, number 32, the 6'11" junior.
Student body section getting rowdy early, so that's nice to see.
Well, we got a lot going on tonight. Of course, we know that Idiart Law Group is sponsoring the Dunks here at Crater High School at $25 per.
Right.
And so they've been digging deep into their pockets all season long. And then, of course, we have some halftime fun tonight again. A lay-in, a free throw, a three-pointer, a half-court shot. We, on the inaugural night, a young man went home with a Apple
Watch, I think it was, yeah.
Yeah, pretty nice. And tonight, the stakes are even higher.
Yes.
I got my winning ticket
I
right
saw
here.
that. Jeff may be out there favoring us with the game shots at halftime. I might have to pull the load for the halftime show.
But we've got Chick-fil-A that has opened up here within the past day or two here in the Rogue Valley, and so the Idiart Law Group has put up a sponsor, free Chick-fil-A for
1 year.
1 year.
Yes.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
That's right.
If you make the free throw, the lay-in, the three-pointer, and, of course, the half-court shot within 60 seconds. So tune in. Maybe we'll, for sure. Let's get that on air, right?
We need to show that. That's the first 100 customers Thursday morning at Chick-fil-A also got Chick-fil-A for 1 year as well. Yes, had a couple of friends camp out with that or for that. Oh, man, that was possibly the worst toss I've ever seen.
That one
it barely stayed in the circle.
Yeah. Referees have a small chuckle about that one, and they're going to do it again between Biddle, the All-State basketball player, and Stark, the All-State football player. Easily won by Comets in the hands of Vrains. We got an early whistle as Comer, the All-State defensive back and All-State running back for the state champion Thurston Colts, picks up a foul in the first 9 seconds.
And it looks like Comer and Stark, the two of the All-State football players for this Thurston team, their intent is to keep Nate Biddle away from the rim, and that's how it worked out for them.
We're most used to seeing Comer with a club on his hand.
Yes, and just blowing past secondaries.
And running over 5'8" corners and whatnot. But
that's right.
It'll be interesting to see how the incredible running back, defensive back for the Colts does here on the hardwood.
What a year for the Colts, too. Undefeated. And, of course, the Comets were on the receiving end of that undefeated season twice, including in the championship game, which I know you went and watched in Roseburg, Jeff, but really just an incredible season.
I'm not sure. I think they have a 24-plus game winning streak as they've been state champions the past 2 years as Biddle goes up high and blocks a shot from Noah Castile. So welcome to the sophomore. There's a three-point shot right in front of Blaine Livator's hometown bench, and that's Hunter Chubb.
Chubb, another one, along with Kruger Edwards, that really had a nice night shooting up in Churchill in that heartbreaking overtime loss against the Lancers on Tuesday.
Ball stolen away by Braden Ray, but his heels were on the out-of-bounds line right in front of the Comet mascot. Mascots are out. We were talking about the Lancer mascot just the other night.
Mascot. The ones that we missed, though, were when we were at Willamette.
Right.
Really looking forward to those Wolverines. But maybe next time.
Inbounds to Jake Newell. He goes up the right-hand side, and that's blocked just like the previous possession by Biddle. So, as we've seen before, it takes teams a while. Here's Hunter Chubb, same spot, different result. Knocked out by Comer. It's going to stay in Comet possession. 5-0. A minute 10 gone here in the first quarter. Nice pass from Jaden Vrains with the left. Kruger Edwards finishes off. Let's talk a little bit about Kruger. He's coming off really a great game up in Churchill.
20-point night in Churchill. This one of the best blocks. We can continue that after we get back.
We got a timeout here. John L. Scott scoreboard reads the Comets 7, Colts 0. We'll be right back here from Crater High School.
Don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 40 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland and Medford, and now Bill's Glass in Grants Pass.
Welcome back here to Crater High School on this Friday night. January 24th. We're happy to be with you. Crater girls come away with a win here. Good game all the way through 3.5 quarters, and then the Comets pulled away. Nice to have a visit from our Sports Commission player of the game. Comer goes up, gets a ton of contact with Biddle, and gets that one to go. Very nice play from Comer.
It was. He really used his body well to keep Biddle, and that is not easy. You've got to get some lift and take the contact to be able to get that shot off with Nate Biddle's 7-foot 5-inch reach.
I guess if you go up the middle 250 times with the pigskin into the linebackers, you have no fear.
In addition, I think Wesley Comer, he looks familiar. I believe he was lead guitarist for Whitesnake. Is that right? Is it Whitesnake?
Could be, yeah. I don't know that. We'll get our staff on that one.
That's where we got a research team for this stuff.
Colts come out now in a 2-1-2 zone, so something of which the Comets have seen their fair share of this season. Braden Ray now with it to Biddle. Skip pass here to Chubb. Good movement to Vrains. His up with the 3. Hard off the back iron. Rebounded by the big Grant Stark. Hunter Chubb with a steal. And the pass back in, but stolen away from Comer. Newell now looking for a handoff. He gets it to Deller. He's in trouble.
Jake Newell's a good-looking ball player. He's a sophomore posting up Braden Ray. The referee called steps on that. Looked like Ray might have knocked the ball out of his hands for a second, but Kruger Edwards was there to back him up.
5 minutes, 20 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Biddle. He's got a good look from 22 off the back iron. Brought down by Newell. We don't have heights on our roster, so we're going to guesstimate.
Yep, we can guess whatever we want, and we're not going to be wrong no matter what it is, Jeff. The interesting thing about this Thurston Colts team, Jeff, they've got 7 sophomores in their varsity lineup. So only 1 junior, but this is a team that's clearly building for the future in Thurston.
Battle for the rebound comes in the hands of Braden Ray. Here's Jaden Vrains now, pushes up the left-hand side, and the silky smooth senior kisses it off the glass for 2. 9-3 now, Comets. Castile has it right in front of the Comet bench, and he finds Newell. Newell, the 6'4 sophomore, decides to kick it back out.
Wise decision from that young man. He's watched a couple of his teammates get the glass cleaned by Nate Biddle, and just a little too hard. He forgot that Grant Stark is a lineman, not known for their hands.
Substitutions into the game. First substitution for the Comets, that's number 15, Malachi Grant, the 6'4 junior. Also substitutions for the Comets. It's number 11, and that is Stranieri, isn't it?
That
is. Right,
okay.
Speaking
of 80s rock bands, Santino Stranieri is he's an all-state, excuse me, hold on, I've got that, all-state tight end and linebacker.
And there he is. He casts his 3, and
he's ready to go.
Short.
The microwave. So now Santino is committed to Western Oregon to play football at Western Oregon.
And he was an all-state player last year. Here's Malachi Grant, pumps it a little bit too long. 9-3 here still on the John L. Scott scoreboard. Also into the game, that is number 1, Miguel Perez, and Comer calmly hits that 3 right in front of the Comet bench, and they're hearing it now from Coach Schmerbach. And Biddle in, and he's going to come off the front rim. Comer comes down with the rebound. 9-6.
Comer has all 6 points for the Colts. You know, Jeff, it just dawned on me, looking at Santino and Comer and their locks, Thurston has a tradition of that. If you remember Isaac Lang, who was a 3-year starter, now playing at Lane Community College, he also had a hairdo not dissimilar to those two. So that's kind of a tradition in Thurston.
Shot missed by Deller, turned over here by the Comets, back into the hands of Deller. He looks into the middle, finds Stranieri, blocked by Biddle from behind, into the hands of Grant, quickly to Edwards now. Edwards pushes, finds Chubb in the corner. Comfortable three-point shot for the 6'1 junior. Good transition offense, and Coach Schmerbach wants a 30-second timeout. We're going to take it with him. 12-6 favor of the Comets.
Saw a parent, dad in the stands yelling at his kid, trying to coach him from the bleachers, and the embarrassment on the kid's face. It looked like he was about to cry while playing the game.
I think it's very embarrassing for a student athlete to see their parents being escorted out of the gym or off the playing field.
I'd be surprised if that kid comes back to the game.
And you risk a child enjoying the game, that you rob them of the fun. You have made a bad choice.
Jeff Lang alongside Jason Brewster here at Crater High School on this Friday night. Midwestern League action, 12-6 in favor of the Comets. Into the game is sophomore Colton Brains, younger brother of Jaden Brains. He's putting ball pressure on now against Perez. Also into the game, junior Blake Eaton, the starting safety on the Comets. Runner-up 5A team. That's a 5-second call from Colton Brains, so a turnover forced.
It's sophomore on sophomore defense there with Brains and Perez.
Comets with 4 juniors and a sophomore on the floor. For the Colts, we've got Stark, Newell, Stranieri, Perez, and Castile.
Colts still showing that 2-3 zone. Biddle in the short corner.
Comets with 5 on the perimeter. Now there's a couple in the box. Here's Malachi Grant, back to Brains. Brains tosses it up to Biddle, and he quickly gets rid of it. That's going to be a shot attempt as he's fouled. Newell picks up his first. That's his second team foul on the Colts. Helping in by Biddle. Fans stop into the 7 Siskiyou Cellular locations in Southern Oregon for a wide range of your wireless needs. For over 25 years, Siskiyou Cellular has been keeping customers connected to people and things that matter most. Siskiyou Cellular, presenting sponsor of Table Rock Sports, as Biddle hits 2 and will get a breather. Token pressure now by Colton Brains on Perez. Perez stumbles, gets it in the hands of Stranieri. Here's Stark out front, tipped away by Hunter Chubb. Highlight heel here as he goes off with 1 foot and throws it down with 2. Will debit the Idiart Law Group's checking account for $25 there. Nice steal and slam by the junior Chubb.
Jeff, speaking of Hunter Chubb, we've neglected this whole year so far to give a shout out to probably our biggest Table Rock sports fan in Washington, Hunter Chubb's auntie, Amanda Walker, always watching from Centralia, Washington.
Hunter picked up Auntie Walker's hops.
Indeed.
Colts still in that 2-3, 2-1-2 zone. 16-8 here, 30 seconds left. First quarter is Chubb off to the right. Battle for the rebound, tipped around into Perez's hands. Chubb up and in and 2 for the steal on Brains. So 19 seconds left here, 18-8 as the Comets are being implored to play defense. Newell with a nice move into the lane, and he's going to be fouled on the floor. So we got 11 seconds left here, first quarter. Braden Ray checking in for a final defensive possession for Chubb. Stranieri into Castile. He pulls up with 7 seconds to start. To Perez now, 5 seconds. Perez works his way in. He's going to get a shot off, and that doesn't count as a tip by Stranieri. And that'll do it here in the first quarter on this Friday night from Crater High School. Crater Comets 18, Thurston Colts 8. We'll be right back.
Hello, I'm Lennox Scott, Chairman and CEO of John O. Scott Real Estate. In 1931, my grandfather started John O. Scott Real Estate. I would like to take a moment to thank you for your trust in allowing us to serve your real estate needs. Helping you realize your home ownership dreams is why we do what we do. But one thing is clear, it takes place one client at a time, each individual buyer or seller, because at the end of the day, it comes down to you. The past few years have been an incredible time of growth for us. We now have over 110 offices and more than 3,000 broker associates in the states of Washington, Oregon, Idaho, and California. But our higher purpose is living life as a contribution.
And welcome back to live action here. Start of the second quarter, Midwestern League action. Again, the Colts come in with an overall record of 7-7. They're 4-2 in the Midwestern League. Stolen away by the Comets. Here's Colton Drains, a clean look for the sophomore. Tipped up and around, grabbed by Edwards. He'll work his way down the lane. A lot of contact, finds his way to the line. Let's talk a little bit about the journey to get here over the last week, Jason. Comets are 9-5 now, 5-1. They could easily be 10-3 and 6-0 in Midwestern League play. They played 6A Clackamas up at the Martin Luther King Showcase, and then, of course, Churchill this past Tuesday.
Right, really two games that just slipped through their hands as Ben Gregg, the top 100 ranked junior from Clackamas, just had a great game against the Comets at the Martin Luther King Showcase.
Player control foul called on Newell, the sophomore, as Biddle put his arms down this time and took the blow right to his chest and then to his bottom side, and it's an easy player control call. That's his second foul, I believe, on Newell. It is.
You know, Jeff, we've seen Nate make those decisions periodically. I mean, he's such a good shot blocker, but every once in a while, you know, he just makes that decision quickly that he's going to go ahead and plant and take the contact as Kruger Edwards just attacks the rim.
We had a bird's eye view of that massive dunk from Kruger, and he even paused here in the corner.
Yeah, he did.
Thought about taking the shot, dribble, 2 steps, goes up and hammers it down for a two-handed dunk off of 1 foot for Edwards. So his torrid pace continues, causes that turnover for the Colts. 22-8 now.
Costing the Idiart Law Group another $25.
Beautiful. Kruger had an incredible game, really up in Churchill, where I believe he had 20 points, several rebounds, several blocks.
Corbin University was there talking to him after the game. They are showing a lot of interest in Kruger. So
Lane Community was there as well.
Right, which I believe has already offered Kruger. So he's getting a lot of well-deserved looks.
Colton Brains blows by everybody, works his way into the lane, and Coach Blaine Libator wants a 30-second timeout now as the lead is extended to 16. So 6:40 left here, second quarter. We'll be right back here on Table Rock Sports.
1991, Medford area residents have looked to Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon for vision care for the whole family. Specializing in optometry for adults and children, ECA uses state-of-the-art diagnostic tools to scan for health risks and get your prescription just right. Get your students a comprehensive vision check to ensure they have their best chance to learn and succeed. And look good while you see well. Specialists in our optical boutique have extensive styles on hand or can special order. We hope to see your family at Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon. Visit eyecaresouthernoregon.com to learn more.
And we're back here at Crater High School. We've captured a few highlights. We'll share them with you when we can or at halftime here. We've got Chelsea hard at work on the audio, the video, etc. New Colt into the game. That's Nick Seidler. Stranieri with it now. Shot up and out by Castillo. A leak out by Hunter Chubb. He's going to go up with one hand and finger roll it over the front of the rim. Another 2 points for Chubb. Stranieri wants to work his way to the glass. That's going to be a turnover. Ball up to Biddle. Is going to work his way and poked away by Comer. I wouldn't want to tackle Comer either.
No. Nope. He is just a prototypical running back. He really is.
Jaden Vrains checked into the game. A backdoor cut to Biddle. He goes up for the dunk, and he takes a shot off the forearm from Grant Stark. Forearm to the chin, that would be. 28-8 now as the Comets have stretched their lead to 20. Comer now in, passes it to Diller, who misses that. Now Biddle across half court. 2 big steps, fouled, and up and in for 2. And that's going to be on Noah Castile, the young sophomore.
Jeff, we've seen it so many times when Nate Biddle has a head of steam coming at someone like that. He's just so difficult. He's got a good handle on the ball. He takes one stride for every 2 or 3 of theirs, and he just gets by people. And Coach Libator just patted Castile, the sophomore, on the head. He's like, look, you did as well as you could, young man.
I'm not sure the Comets, anyone in the gymnasium, on the bench, or in the booth for that matter, feels sorry for the Colts. Again, the Colts 2-time state champs in football. Of course, they won the state title in basketball in 2018, that special year where they had an upset up in Corvallis. As Biddle gets a nice kiss off the glass because he goes around the 6'6" Stark.
And the Colts really, they've been tough in basketball as well, Jeff, really for the last few years. You know, we've watched, as Nate Biddle's making a highlight reel of this, we've watched, again, the aforenamed Isaac Lang since he was a sophomore. His running partner, Mason Miller, who's the big guy. You know, we've watched those two and their teammates really dominate the landscape in the Midwestern League for the last few years. So it's just kind of one of those years the Colts are recovering a little.
During that state championship run in 2018, they were 22-6, came in third in OSAA. That's that year where the Comets, of course, were 25-3, came in number 2 in OSAA, won the Midwestern League at 13-1, ended up taking 5th place after that loss to the Colts in the semifinal matchup. And boy, that stung. And so the only player left on this team, well, there's 2 players left on this team, right, Jason, from that would remember that. That's Jaden Vrains, the senior point guard, and
right,
Nathan Biddle.
Nate Biddle.
Both were
right.
starters on that squad, so they remember that pain. That's going to be an over the back on Biddle as he went up and over Newell.
Nate looked at the official. He says, I do that all the time. I barely touched him. Official thought there was a little too much contact in that particular case.
Folks, stay tuned. Coming up is the Crater Foundation halftime report. The foundation provides scholarships for Crater graduates to help them take the next step and succeed. Learn how you can help them too. CraterFoundation.district6.org. Peyton Anhorn now into the game for the Comets. Wears number 23. Battle for the rebound by Grant, who's checked into the game. 33-8 on the John L. Scott scoreboard. Hunter Chubb squarely looks Grant Stark in the eye and then says, I'm going to shoot it, and he nails it.
That's 15 points for Chubb, which is his sum total when he had a nice game up in Churchill. So Chubb looking for possibly his best game of the season right now.
Did he have all 15 of those in the first half too?
That's right, and they were all threes.
Yeah. Schlesinger and DeVilleneuve attorneys, folks. Table Rock Sports is pleased to welcome the new sponsor this winter. They specialize in the areas of personal injury, workers' comp, medical malpractice, wrongful death, and other claims. They have offices in Salem, Eugene, Roseburg, Grants Pass, Medford, and Klamath Falls. Schlesinger and DeVilleneuve, attorneys at law. 4 minutes left here, second quarter. Comets in complete control of this Midwestern League. Again, these Colts are no joke, folks. They come in ranked in the top. Well, they're ranked number 12th in OSAA rankings. Come in with a 7-7 record, 4-2 in the Midwestern League play. And they have that pedigree of just winning the past couple years. So Coach Liberatore got a big group of young players here, as Jason mentioned, 7 sophomores on the varsity roster.
Coach Liberatore, from our observation, Jeff, is one of those coaches that always prepares his team as well as possible. You know, sometimes you just get outmatched, but it's never going to be for lack of preparation from Coach Liberatore.
Ball goes into Grant. He's going to work his way against the shorter Perez. A skip pass to Edwards. Edwards with a fake, pulls up from 12 off the back iron, rebounded by Grant. Back to Chubb. Chubb up with 3. Really good rotation, a really high release, folks.
For his 4th 3 of the game, 18 points for Hunter Chubb. Junior is having himself a night.
Comer now in front of the Comet bench into Stark. High up off the glass goes Stark after a pump fake on Edwards. First 2 points in a long while for Coach Blaine Liberatore. Here's Chubb again with a 3-point shot. 18 and 3 equals 21.
That's right. You got to look out below. When that young man gets heated up, and clearly he's feeling it right now, he can just rain threes, Jeff.
Ball goes into Stark. The big man goes up hard off the glass, and there's body contact down below.
You got to think the Idiart Law Group is relieved to see Chubb shooting from out there, because those are dunks that they don't have to pay for when they're making threes.
Don't get too comfortable, Idiart Law Group. I've got 5 winning tickets here.
That's right.
And I'd happily be down there on the hardwood shooting the lay-in, the free throw, the three-pointer in the half court.
Jeff made all of those just this morning in this very gym, so I don't think that's going to be a problem for him.
Uh-huh. Stark gets 1 of 2. Of course, Stark is the son of athletic director Justin Stark and head football coach of the state champion Colts the past 2 years. Hunter Chubb, another three-pointer, another make right in front of the Colts bench, 45-11.
I heard one of the Colts fans, just as Chubb was shooting, yell out, "Get on him." And I think they would be wise to heed whatever insights she may have. Someone needs to guard Hunter Chubb.
Here's Chubb, weaves his way down the court, releases it to his fellow junior Anhorn. 4 juniors on the court, joined by Jaden Vrains. Heat check by Chubb, rebounded by Eaton. Stolen away by Stark. There's a move into the lane by number 23. That's Brendan Scott. Another turnover for the Colts.
Brendan Scott just looked at his coach and shrugged his shoulders as if to say, what's a guy got to do here? The Colts just really struggling to put points on the board.
1 minute left here in the second quarter in Central Point, Oregon. Glad that you're with us. Earlier action, a bit tighter game. The Crater girls come away with the win, pulling away really in that late fourth quarter. On to the game now, number 33, the senior, Tyler McIntosh. He knows a lot of these players because he was on the gridiron in that state championship game. McIntosh gives it up to Chubb and moves through the lane. Chubb with a step back, three-point shot, rims out, 35 seconds left. Stranieri now takes on Chubb. Chubb blocks that, picked up by McIntosh. On the move now, Eaton too long of a pass.
So the nice thing for the Comets tonight, Jeff, playing against this Thurston Colts team is a lot of the reserve players that haven't been getting a lot of quality varsity time are getting some varsity time right now. The unfortunate thing for the fans that may have traveled here from out of the area is they're not getting a lot of Nate Biddle looks.
No.
Biddle has been out a good part of this quarter, and Coach Schmerbach may decide to rest him some.
Stranieri's fouled as he works his way down the left, up with the right hand.
Stranieri really kind of the same mold as Wes Comer. You can see that football build and the reason why Western Oregon's interested in having that young man join them on the gridiron this fall.
Caden Laster, the sophomore, is checked into the game. He's wearing number 3. And again, he's used to these Colts as he's a gridiron starter for Coach Randy Waite. He plays that middle linebacker position. Just as quick as one could be.
He's one of the linebackers that Wesley Comer ran past, through, or over during that state title game. Lassiter, as you can see on film, he's not huge, but he's heady. He's smart. He knows his size, and he just always seemed to be in the right place at the right time. Just a good nose for the ball.
Stranieri up and in for 2 here, so Colts have 15 points on the quarter here through, well, almost through 2 quarters. 3 seconds left as Chubb will get another shot off, and that's going to almost go down. What a half for the 6'1 junior Hunter Chubb, as he's part of that Comet clan that stretched that lead to 30 points. The score on the John L. Scott scoreboard, the Comets 45, the Colts 15.
Hello, we're back with another episode of Traffic Safety First. I'm Officer Ashwell, and today we are going to discuss some helpful tips to keep in mind if you're planning on traveling during this holiday season. Let's get to it. During the holiday season, you can typically expect a lot of people traveling on the road, as well as the likelihood of inclement weather. Please do yourself a favor and give yourself extra travel time. If you haven't seen our 6th episode of this series yet, we encourage you to watch it if you're looking for tips on driving in less than ideal weather. First things first, when going on a long road trip, make sure to check the weather for the entire route you'll be driving prior to your trip and get your vehicle prepared for snow, rain, ice, fog, etc. A good source of information for holiday traveling is tripcheck.com. Including a first aid kit as well as emergency food and water supplies in your vehicle is also recommended for road trips. Also, before you hit the road, filling up in the city you live in is a great way to make sure you have enough gas to get you closer to your end destination before needing to refuel. But when the need for refueling arises, try to seek out gas stations that are in well-lit and populated areas. Here's another tip. When stopping at rest areas, for meals, and at hotels for the night, always remember to lock your doors when leaving your vehicle. You should also remember to bring valuables inside with you, or at least keep them hidden in your vehicle. We know it's common to celebrate holidays with the consumption of alcohol, or maybe even other substances. If you are intoxicated at all, please do not drive. There are plenty of transportation services available these days which don't require people to drive themselves. Find a friend, family member, cab, Uber, Lyft, bus, train, or anything else besides putting yourself behind the wheel of a vehicle. And since we're talking about holiday safety, here are some other non-traffic related safety tips. Before leaving on your holiday, an important thing to do is make sure your house is secure by locking all doors and windows, setting alarms if you have any, and stopping mail service during your travel dates. We also encourage travelers to appoint someone local as an emergency contact to either check up on the house or to be available to respond to the house in the event of an emergency. If you live in the city limits of Central Point, you can also sign up for the Vacation House Check program our police department offers. Another thing to keep in mind is to be selective with what information you post on social media regarding how long you'll be gone. Especially if you have public accounts, it's encouraged not to post that you're away from home for a specified amount of time. Notice how this post states that they are away, for how long, the address where they live, and that their security system is broken. Avoid saying any of these things in your post. It's a recipe for disaster. By posting this information, it could let potential burglars become aware of the opportune time to strike since they know no one will be home. Instead, it can be a good plan to wait until you're back from a trip before posting photos from your travels. And that sums up our tips for holiday traveling. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next month with our next episode of Traffic Safety First.
Rock Sports would like to thank you fans for watching tonight and for your great comments on our new YouTube-based Lithia Superstore Game Center. Located on the homepage of our website, you can watch multiple streams live or go full screen with your favorite team's game. One way to help us keep this great service going is by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Just type Table Rock Sports in the search bar and click on the red subscribe button. You'll be entered to win prizes and get notices on local sporting events before they go live. You help us with a click, we'll help keep you in the game when you can't be there live, and you'll have a chance to win crispy, crunchy chicken and 2020 game tickets to an Oregon College event. Subscribe today. Tonight's game brought to you in part by the Crater Foundation, who provides scholarship assistance to every graduating senior from Crater High School who applies for one, and provides scholarship assistance to students continuing their education after completing at least 1 year of college. Since its inception, the Crater Foundation has awarded over $4.38 million in scholarship assistance to more than 4,085 Crater High graduates. The Crater Foundation is dedicated to providing these scholarships to Crater High grads and relies solely upon the support of the community, individuals, local businesses and organizations, alumni, and District 6 staff members to do so. Become a part of the Crater Foundation community and contribute to making dreams a reality. If you're interested in making a donation or sponsoring a scholarship, please contact us by email at craterfoundation@district6.org or by phone at 541-494-6308.
And welcome back to Crater High School. At the half, the Comets lead by a score of 45-15. We've got a Chick-fil-A shoot-off here at halftime. Here on the north side of the court is JV Mr. Tibbles. I don't know his first name.
That is Brandon Tibbles.
Brandon Tibbles, he hits his free throw.
I've seen him play enough to know he'll get through his free throw and three-pointer for sure. He's got a nice left-handed stroke, like most lefties. Good technical shot.
What do you think? Maybe take the sweatshirt off?
Maybe too late for that one, Jeff. But here, Brandon's proving me wrong. There we go.
There's a shot.
He's got the muscle. Brandon's a pitcher, too. He pitches for Crater, so he can get it there.
These lefties can do anything. I've learned that. I have an older brother who's left-handed. Tibbles up it. Oh, heavens. That bounced around 3 times. 14 seconds left here. A nice shot off to the left.
He's going to get a few more shots off. He's got some good rebounders for him.
Oh, boy. 5 seconds left. There it is.
Oh! Boy, everybody in the crowd is hungry for Chick-fil-A right now.
Well, good for the Crater Comets, good for Idiart Law Group here for their support of Crater High School's golf is the
Crater golf team,
recipient tonight. So we're going to continue on with some good word from our sponsors here on TableRockSports.net. We got about 3 minutes, 40 seconds left till third quarter action.
Doctors James Savage and Rajiv Rajakapal are happy to welcome Dr. Brian Clevenger to the Associates for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery. Their offices in Medford, Grants Pass, and Klamath Falls offers a full scope of services from corrective jaw surgery, wisdom teeth removal, general anesthesia, dental implants, and much more. For more information or to schedule a consultation, call 541-779-3781. That's 541-779-3781.
Let's go! At US Cellular, we heard you. You want a wireless plan that works for you. That's why we're giving you unlimited data for just $30 on a network ranked #1 in network quality performance. All that and no hidden fees. That's the best value in wireless. That work for you? US Cellular. Choose fair.
For the best deals in wireless on a network that works in the middle of anywhere, visit Siskiyou Cellular, your local US Cellular agent. 7 locations, including Central Point off Plaza Boulevard.
Workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Since 1991, Medford area residents have looked to Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon for vision care for the whole family. Specializing in optometry for adults and children, ECA uses state-of-the-art diagnostic tools to scan for health risks and get your prescription just right. Get your students a comprehensive vision check to ensure they have their best chance to learn and succeed. And look good while you see well. Specialists in our optical boutique have extensive styles on hand or can special order. We hope to see your family at Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon. Visit eyecaresouthern.com to learn more.
Waiting, even a few days, to report a work injury or illness could cost you everything. But how do you know what you should do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
And welcome back to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week here at Crater High School. 40 seconds left here, start of third quarter. Jason, a lot of points for the Comets.
A lot of points, 45 points and a half, in large part thanks to Hunter Chubb, who's, let's see, we're getting a little shot of Mr. Chubb dunking right now. So that's one of his dunks. Now, he only had 3 two-point field goals out of that 24 points, Jeff. He is 6 for 9 from beyond the three-point arc. So Hunter Chubb, 24 points in the first half. Nate Biddle with kind of a pedestrian for Nate Biddle half, which was 11 points. Again, hardly played in the second quarter, so we'll see if Coach lets Nate in for some more stats this half, or if he's there's one, for instance.
Awkward play for everybody involved. Quiet moment there as an alley-oop to Biddle. And Biddle went up and undercut with Alex Deller. And no call, and a good call, but out of bounds.
Deller's still adjusting his headband.
Just a poor pass by Comer, and he's being hounded by Comer. It was Biddle, and Biddle went up for another dunk and $25 debit to the Idiart Law Group. So a nice steal by Biddle.
Again, Jeff, Nathan Biddle picked up that ball at the three-point line. And Comer's got the wheels to catch him, but he doesn't have the height to get up there for that.
And there's a dunk reminiscent of older brother Kiefer Edwards.
It was Kiefer-like, wasn't it?
Goes off 2 feet and throws it down with 2 hands like his older brother. Kruger, normally a one-footed jumper, but simply displaying he can do it all. There's a three-point shot to the delight of Coach Libertor by sophomore Newell.
I think we're going to see some good things from Jake Newell in the next few years, Jeff. He looks like a ball player. He's got a nice shot. Gets to the rim.
Rebound by Edwards, tipped out. There's an alley-oop dunk from Brains from about 35 feet away. A bullet to Biddle came up into the glass, the square of the glass, and Biddle threw it down.
Boy, I think that halftime talk from Coach Schmerbach was, let's attack that Idiart Law group, shall we?
Taking care of the Colts and taking care of the Idiarts as well. So soft shot put up to no avail. That's from Castile up to Edwards. He's going to go in and throw it down again. So 1, 2, 3 dunks here early on in the third quarter before even a minute and 40 is expired. So
I think the Idiarts are going to start handing out dollars on the Thurston Colt bench, saying please stop them from getting to the rim.
Coach Libator wants a timeout with 5:52 to go. That's a full timeout. We'll take it right here on TableRockSports.net.
The driver of the car that hit me is uninsured. Can I still make a claim? Oh, I know. LetUsFightForYou.com.
For several weeks, the Southern Oregon Sports Commission has shown you examples of good sportsmanship and bad sportsmanship. Here's why. 75% of youth athletes quit sports by the age of 13 because they're not having fun. 75% of rookie referees also quit each year. Why? Well, it's because of the way they're treated by coaches and parents. We can do better. We must do better. Know your role. Learn more at SouthernOregonSports.com.
How long will it take to settle my car accident case? Oh, I know. LetUsFightForYou.com.
And welcome back here to Crater High School. Jeff Lang alongside Jason Brewster. Comets up easy by a score of 53-18, looking to push their Midwestern League record to 6-1 and into that sole second place position. Nice pass from Stark to Newell. That's picked off the glass by Biddle, but Comer battles for it. And it's going to be a foul on Newell. I believe that's his third. He sure does have a great basketball body, this Newell, so I'm interested to see how he develops over the next year or two.
You know the other thing, Jeff, though, and I know we're up above the gym, but it's hot in here. And Newell looks like he's wearing a sweatshirt under that under his uniform. I mean,
well.
That's not that Under Armour type stuff.
No.
That it looks like he's dressed for cold weather.
He might as well put him up here right next to the Crater Wrestling Room with Coach Hague. Dropping some pounds.
That's right.
Put a plastic sack on him like they used to do back in the 80s.
The Vision Quest.
Right. There's a nice
Braden
back door.
Ray turned his back.
Stark up and in for the easy two. Nice pass there from Deller.
That's always a tricky thing, Jeff, when someone cuts back door like that. Braden Ray turned his head away from the ball to keep an eye on his man, but the offense from Thurston, the passer, wisely noticed when he turned his head. He just threw the ball, led the receiver a little bit, and you know, that's difficult when you've got a backdoor cut. A lot of people say, well, maybe I should open up to the ball so that I can see the passer making the pass rather than turn my head away from the passer. And it's just it's one of those difficult calls to make.
55-20 on the John L. Scott scoreboard with just under 5 minutes to go. Stranieri in now. Comets still with their starters in here early in the third quarter. Deller to Comer. Comer into the lane against Ray, and he's going to be called for steps. I don't know if he really had control of that ball.
No, it looked like he kind of lost the ball.
We wouldn't call that morning ball, I know that.
No, we don't
Play
call
on.
a lot worse than that in morning ball.
No, that's a play on there.
Yeah, that's a good move there.
Kruger Edwards from three pulls it. He had
That
a
was
couple up
quick
in Churchill.
decision, huh?
Yeah. Pass off to the hands of Hunter Chubb. Tried something new this week, Jason, you'd be interested in.
Yeah.
Never had, is it French onion soup? Have you ever had French onion soup? Never
love
had it.
Love French onion soup. It's basically au jus. It's the stuff you put your French dip in, only they throw in some onions and then toast some bread and Parmesan on top. I don't know, it's Parmesan. Chelsea's that Parmesan cheese you put on top of French onion soup?
Biddle up and in for 2. But, yeah, no, I had no idea. I thought it would just be broth and onions. But, no, there's this whole, a bread substance underneath.
That's the good stuff.
Right, and then there's this cheese on top that's kind of melted.
Right.
Yeah, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, that's nice
shot by Newell up and in for 3,
57.3.
57.3.
The more I see Newell, the more I like what I see.
Biddle going hard to the hole, and Stranieri, again, used to that contact as a linebacker.
Stranieri says that's nothing but a thing for me.
Right.
I do that all day long.
They're just usually not that tall.
Right. So Spencer Higginson, who's doing the announcing, speaks Italian. So he may be the only one in Santino's high school career that pronounced his name completely correctly. We used to just call him the Italian Stallion because we struggle with it so much.
Rolled right off the tongue.
Yes,
PA
indeed,
announcer Spencer Higginson. Biddle up and in. Converts a couple now. 3:45 here left in the third quarter. Stranieri up and in. Off the back iron. Both Brains boys are in. Braden Ray, Malachi Grant, and Nathan Biddle. He's got a look from about 30. Pulls it. Nothing from net over Comer. Comer just kind of smiles at him and says, man, nice shot. What are you going to do?
There's nothing you can do about that.
Got a 6'11 kid shooting from 30. Let him have it. But Biddle hits the shot easy, and that's what makes him so attractive, Jason, at the next level. And got news came out about Nathan today, or this week, right? I know
it was Wednesday morning.
Right.
New ESPN poll results. And
Nathan was, I'm not sure how the rankings work, but he was ranked the number 13 player in the class of 2021, and he moved up
to number 10.
Number 10.
Yep. So now he's a top 10 ESPN ranked high schooler for the class of 2021. And to your point, Jeff, Nate Biddle is 6'11". He's smooth. He runs well. He's got a really good handle on the ball, and you just saw. I mean, he can shoot it with very little effort from 27 feet. He's got a 7'5" wingspan, so he's defensively a very difficult player to deal with. There's a lot to like about Nate Biddle if you're a college coach.
Good ball movement for the Comets. They're looking for their shot. So Nathan Biddle still in the process of visiting various colleges, particularly on the West Coast, as he's being recruited by many. It's hard to do here in basketball season, but they'll find time, those colleges, to get these young men on their campuses. Elsewhere tonight in the Midwestern League, Eagle Point is traveling. They play the Millers of Springfield. North Bend travels to the Lancers of Churchill, and the Grizzlies take on the Wolverines of Willamette. North Eugene is idle. It's going to go off the foot of the young sophomore Newell. Hit you with a few records here in the Midwestern League. Churchill is 11-3, 6-0 in league play as Blake Eaton hits a smooth three-pointer. Churchill is the number one ranked team at the 5A level. Crater is 9-5, 5-1 in the league, ranked number 3 behind Silverton and Churchill. Willamette 10-4 overall, 4-2 in league play, ranked number 4 in the state. So the Midwestern League has the number 1, the number 3, and the number 4 spot in the entire state.
The Midwestern League has been talented for a few years now, Jeff. They acquitted themselves well last year and the year before up at Gill Coliseum in Corvallis, and this year no exception.
Newell with the 3 off the back iron.
Stranieri showing some of that football skill that he has.
Colton Vrains with some nifty dribbling around the big man Stark, up and in for another lay-in. It's hard to tell Colton and the Peyton Anhorn apart.
Yeah, their heads look identical, and they're of similar size and build.
Kind of have that, I don't know what you would call that.
I call it the llama cut,
The
but
llama
we're llama ranchers at our house,
Okay.
and that's exactly how we cut our llamas. I don't know if that's a compliment or not,
I
Jeff.
think I'll take it as
okay.
a compliment. I'm sure Colton and Peyton will as well.
I would certainly expect them to.
Under a minute to go here. Nice pass from Vrains out of the hands of Grant, but he was fouled. Let's see, I'm doing the math. 67-27. That's a 40-point spread here late in the third quarter. More substitutions. McIntosh and Anhorn in for Braden Ray and Jaden Vrains.
And we may have seen the end of the starters for Crater, even though there's a quarter left to go. Hard to say, though. Don't know for sure what Coach Schmerbach expects out of them or wants from them. A lot of coaches. It's nice to see Eaton heating up from 3. You know, we've kind of been waiting this season. He had that late run in football, and we've been waiting for that stroke to come back. And hopefully this game is the game he finds it.
I really think that's the secret sauce for the Comets later in the season, when you're going to be up with those tough defenses against Biddle and Chubb and Vrains and alike, and to be able to have a shooter that has the skill as Eaton to hit that open shot's going to be critical and really open up the court. As McIntosh takes down Stranieri, a little bit of gridiron football. Here they are again in the corner. Again, wide receiver and linebacker going at it. And that's going to do it here in the third quarter. Score on the John L. Scott scoreboard, the Comets 70, the Colts 27.
Circle K is your on-the-go tailgate headquarters. Whether it's a home game or a road game, when you need a big play, call on My Circle K. From their always fresh premium brewed coffee, ice-cold fountain drinks and sodas, fresh made-for-travel deli items. When it comes to special teams, nothing is more special than My Circle K's Kickback Reward program. Rewards every purchase, every time. Find them, follow them, throw a tailgate party with them. MyCircleK.com.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Welcome back to Crater High School. Starters for the fourth quarter: Kruger Edwards, Nathan Biddle, Tyler McIntosh, Peyton Anhorn, and Hunter Chubb. I can honestly say I have not seen this.
Nope, this is a different lineup.
Right.
Coach Schmerbach is throwing something all new at us. Nate Biddle using that long reach. Kruger Edwards using his athleticism to keep people away from the rim.
Stark behind his back, stolen away. No, back into the hands of the Colts.
Look at Grant Stark with that stroke. A big lineman.
A lot of shots at the hoop that time for Liberators Colts to no avail. McIntosh now in the student section corner, tosses it up. Partially blocked into the hands of Stark now. Here's a leak out to number 23, Brendan Scott. It's going to be blocked. Is that McIntosh?
Yeah, he blocked it before Biddle had a chance to. The ball didn't get high enough for Biddle to get it, so McIntosh kind of flew out of nowhere. I think Tyler McIntosh is excited to get a shot at these Colts. I'm sure he's still feeling the sting of that state championship game.
There's another block and a tap inbounds. Stark now with an open 3-footer. No go. Battle for the board by Newell. Up and nope. Battled by Biddle off the glass. Edwards up to Chubb. Chubb. McIntosh gets blocked. Into the hands of Perez. Next action for the Comets. They'll get a week off, Jason, and then we'll be right here against the Highlanders of North Eugene.
That's right.
Next Friday night.
Cameron Parks and company traveling down from Danny Ainge's alma mater of North Eugene to take another shot. The Highlanders played the Comets really well at North Eugene as Tyler McIntosh gets on the scoreboard.
Tricky first Midwestern League game. Comets came away with the win up in North Eugene. Nice shot by Tyler McIntosh for 2 on the baseline. Stark now with a hook shot with his right hand, rebounded by Chubb. It's going to be a foul. Very few fouls called tonight. Sharp vision is important for your student athletes on the field and in the classroom. Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon on Royal Avenue in Medford. Vision care for the entire family with state-of-the-art equipment and the optical boutique for the right look. Visit eyecaresouthern.oregon.com to learn more. Anhorn with it to Biddle. Biddle out to Edwards. He drives in with his left hand. Doesn't catch iron. Quickly up court now by Perez. Battle for the rebound. Biddle comes down with it. Long outlet to McIntosh off his fingertips. Good that it was. It's heading right towards the cheerleading section there.
I think a cheerleader could have been injured on that pass.
Here's Stark, uses all of that body. I'm going to say 6'6", and what are you going to go with?
I'm going to go with 270.
270?
Yeah, just he is tall and he's thick. He looks like he should be having some college looks, I would anticipate.
Oh, for sure. Biddle up and in for 3 over Stark right in front of the Comet bench. So 2 good seasons here for Coach Dipple and Coach Chris Schmerbach now in his 4th year. Overall record for Coach Schmerbach, he's 60-40. Again, he's had those 2 great years this past couple years, and there's a shot by Peyton Anhorn and now Chubb. Coach Blaine Libator for the Colts, he's also in his 4th year, and he's got a state championship underneath his belt. And he's got 3 trips to Corvallis over the past 4 years, so doing very well up in Thurston. Given the score of this game, you want to feel sorry for him, but I wouldn't. A lot of success up in Thurston.
Well, and we've been watching these Midwestern League teams enough, Jeff, to know what comes around goes around. And, again, Thurston Colts have 7 sophomores on varsity. So you know they're going to be a force in a couple of years, and maybe next year.
2 of the arguably better athletic programs at the 5A level. The Comets, of course, state champions in baseball in 18. Cross country, perennial state champions, a 5-year run for Coach Loftus. 2nd in wrestling, several state championships for Coach Haga. Thurston Colts, of course, in basketball, a couple in football here. Colts dropped down to 5A from 6A a short 4 years ago. There's Malachi Grant, can't get that to go. 3 up and in from Colton Brains. 78-29 now. Comer's pass goes off of Deller. Final 3:40 now. Folks, stick around for the postgame show sponsored by My Circle K. comes your way next here. We'll recap the scoring, look at some key stats, select our Southern Oregon Sports Commission player of the game up here in the booth. And we'll talk about what's next for the Comet boys and girls. Colton Rains gets tripped up, goes down hard.
It's Comer's second foul.
Anhorn up and in and asks for the foul, doesn't get it. And that's going to be a technical on Anhorn as he
may have asked impolitely for the foul.
Peyton Anhorn, the grandson of John Anhorn, who's just down here to the right, great banker here in the Rogue Valley for several years. Well known at his work, philanthropy and so forth, done with Western Bank. Peyton is a junior. Took last year off from basketball. Glad to have him back.
Off. I believe Peyton also spends a good bit of his time practicing for and playing baseball.
Yep.
A good baseball player.
Congratulations as well to Jay Campbell, right?
Yes.
Head baseball coach for the Comets, the 2018 state champs. I believe 2007 as well, runner-up, I think in 16. But he was nominated for State of Oregon. He actually won the State of Oregon Coach of the Year award, is my understanding, and is up for more of a regional Coach of the Year award now. Just excellent coaching staff here at Crater High School. Between Coach Haga and Justin Loftus, Coach Schmerbach here, and of course Jay Campbell. 2 minutes, 40 seconds left here, fourth quarter, all but over. 78-35 for the Comets as they came away with that quick start. Caden Lassiter into the game, tosses it in to Newell, still away. Here's Perez, and he goes up and in for two on the turnover.
So, Jeff, the interesting thing that is happening right now is you're getting to see a little bit of the future of both of these teams as some of their younger players are in on both sides. And candidly, there's been a little bit of a turn of the tide as some of the juniors and sophomores in for the Comets and the juniors and junior and sophomores for the Colts are now playing.
We've got 2:18 left here in the fourth quarter. Let's go ahead and give a little love to more of our sponsors here.
Great sponsors with Table Rock Sports.
Doctors James Savage and Rajiv Rajagopal are happy to welcome Dr. Brian Clevenger to the Associates for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery. Our offices in Medford, Grants Pass, and Klamath Falls are ready to help. To learn more, schedule your complimentary implant consult. Call 541-779-3781. Bill's Glass is proud to be a sponsor of Table Rock Sports. Bill's Glass has been the industry leader in clear choice in Southern Oregon for almost 50 years. Covering the full spectrum of glass from your vehicle to any room in your house, locally owned, family run. Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass. Newell up and in off the rebound from Perez's miss.
I'm going to say Newell is probably 6'4", 6'5", Jeff. He's a big kid. Again, we don't have heights on our roster, but just looking at him stacked up against some of these other non-Nate Biddle and Kruger Edwards players, he's in the big category there. He's standing next to Malachi Grant, who's all of 6'4".
Foul's going to be on the young sophomore Lassiter. 6th team foul on the Comets.
So right now the Comets have three juniors, 2 sophomores in, and the Colts have 1 junior and 4 sophomores. Nice block from Malachi Grant.
Lassiter with a nice pass to Anhorn. Flip with his right hand. Here's Grant in the lane, kicks it. Anhorn with a clear look and comes into the hands of Colton Brains. Up and in for 2. So again, a minute left here. Stick with us after the game. We'll have the Southern Oregon Sports Commission player of the game right here in the booth high above at Crater High School. Ball stolen away by Spencer Higginson. He pushes his way up the right behind his back. Brains has the open look at the elbow. That's going to be a team foul on the Comets.
Comets faithful, excited to be able to chant "It's all over" to the Thurston Colts as they had to endure such chants in Roseburg last fall during the state championship game.
Jason, missed you at pickleball last night.
Yes, I was at St. Mary's attending the JV2 game. Great game for the Crater Comets JV2 team to come away with a win at St. Mary's. And how was pickleball?
It was good. It was the regular 2 plus 1.
Nice.
And I think I came away 500 out of the 6 games. So
I consider that a win. If you can come out of there even, at least for me, that's a good pickleball night.
Those of you that don't know a whole lot about pickleball, Google it, look at some video. It's a little different.
It's a different kind of game. The best I could say is a cross between table tennis and tennis, ping pong and tennis.
A few funky rules. Stay out of the kitchen.
You may not go in the kitchen at all. Well, I shouldn't say at all. Only under certain circumstances.
That was just like it was when I was young. Stay out of the kitchen.
That's right.
When you got 4 siblings, there's only so much to go around. I'd often wait until the parents went to sleep, and then I'd work my way up to the kitchen. Comets come away with a win here, Midwestern League. They're going to push their record to 6-1 and 10-5 overall. Again, 3rd-ranked team currently at OSAA level. And these Thurston Colts fall to 7-8 and 4-3 in league play. We're going to take a break, hear a few good words from our sponsors, and then we'll have the Southern Oregon Sports Commission player of the game right after these messages.
Workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Since 1991, Medford area residents have looked to Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon for vision care for the whole family. Specializing in optometry for adults and children, ECA uses state-of-the-art diagnostic tools to scan for health risks and get your prescription just right. Get your students a comprehensive vision check to ensure they have their best chance to learn and succeed. And look good while you see well. Specialists in our optical boutique have extensive styles on hand or can special order. We hope to see your family at Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon. Visit eyecaresouthern.oregon.com to learn more.
Waiting, even a few days, to report a work injury or illness could cost you everything. But how do you know what you should do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by the Crater Foundation, who provides scholarship assistance to every graduating senior from Crater High School who applies for one, and provides scholarship assistance to students continuing their education after completing at least 1 year of college. Since its inception, the Crater Foundation has awarded over $4.38 million in scholarship assistance to more than 4,085 Crater High graduates. The Crater Foundation is dedicated to providing these scholarships to Crater High grads and relies solely upon the support of the community, individuals, local businesses and organizations, alumni, and District 6 staff members to do so. Become a part of the Crater Foundation community and contribute to making dreams a reality. If you're interested in making a donation or sponsoring a scholarship, please contact us by email at craterfoundation@district6.org or by phone at 541-494-6308. Rock Sports would like to thank you fans for watching tonight and for your great comments on our new YouTube-based Lithia Superstore Game Center. Located on the homepage of our website, you can watch multiple streams live or go full screen with your favorite team's game. One way to help us keep this great service going is by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Just type Table Rock Sports in the search bar and click on the red subscribe button. You'll be entered to win prizes and get notices on local sporting events before they go live. You help us with a click, we'll help keep you in the game when you can't be there live, and you'll have a chance to win crispy, crunchy chicken and 2020 game tickets to an Oregon College event. Subscribe today.
Hey, and welcome back to Crater High School. Comets come away with a win, a score of 80-40 in this Midwestern League contest. Push their overall record to 10-5. Their league record now is 6-1, and they sit solely in second place due to the good hard work of this guy. This is our Southern Oregon Sports Commission player of the game, 6'1", Hunter Chubb. Hunter, congratulations, nice job.
Thank you.
Big win. We've had you here in the booth before. Jason, big night for this guy.
Great night for Hunter. Hunter just unleashing your three-point potential in the first half. 6 of 9 from 3. 24 points total. A couple of highlight reel, at least one highlight reel dunk that I can remember.
Yep.
Help me out if there was more than that.
That's it.
So many dunks throughout the game. All of it happened in the first half. Some defensive pressure, a couple steals. Hunter's really doing it all, hitting his stride mid-season as we make this run through the Midwestern League.
Yeah, I'd like to ask you, Hunter, during this you saw a lot of action last year, but what'd you work on this offseason? I can certainly see some areas of improvement in all parts of your game, but what did you specifically work on?
I worked on moving my feet on defense because defense has been helping me score the ball more. So defense leads the offense.
How about physically? Did you do any off-season workouts? Like what I've noticed is you can get off the ground a lot quicker, a lot higher, and all that good stuff. Is that just natural?
Some of it, but I also did a lot of just jumping exercises, working out with Charlie LePerry in off-season.
Okay,
Good.
great.
Yeah, that's, I would say last year, this time of year, Hunter was dunking, but not like he is right now. Right now, you're making it's got to feel just almost easy for you.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot easier.
And that also seems to be helping you out defensively. You had a nice block tonight, again, because of your ability to get off the ground. So it's that work in the offseason that's proven for Hunter to really improve his game during the season.
Can I ask you a little bit about Churchill? So this past Tuesday, long trip up to Portland and Eugene. You guys take the #1 ranked team into overtime, have a chance. You just talk about maybe this last week since Tuesday, what's been going through your mind? What's coach been talking about after that tough, heartbroken loss?
Just stay together and keep pushing to get better and better.
Yeah,
we'll get them at the end of the season.
So would you say as a team then that loss, how would you say that did affect your team? Is it something that kind of gives you a little bit of fire for the next time you meet them?
Definitely. It's going to push us to want to beat them even more.
And again, you took down Churchill earlier in the year at the Les Schwab Invitational by 11 or 12, and so you guys have split. Everybody's looking forward to that rematch here on the 25th of February, and you'll get that chance. So a lot of folks here watching on Table Rock Sports. Hunter, anybody you want to give a shout-out to?
Yeah, my auntie's watching. I love that she watches and always supporting.
Auntie Amanda?
Yep.
Big supporter of yours?
Yeah.
And where's she from?
Washington.
Washington. So hello, Auntie Amanda Walker?
Yep.
All right. Well, hey, this is our Southern Oregon Sports Commission player of the game, Junior Hunter Chubb. We've got a gift for you, Hunter, from Crumble Cookies.
Crumble Cookies.
So
Making
they're
the world
huge.
a better place.
That's right.
One cookie at a time. Yeah, you can share that cookie with your friends.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. We look forward to seeing you next Friday. So thank you, Hunter. We'll take a break. We'll be right back here on Table Rock Sports.
Circle K is your on-the-go tailgate headquarters. Whether it's a home game or a road game, when you need a big play, call on My Circle K. From their always fresh premium brewed coffee, ice-cold fountain drinks and sodas, fresh made-for-travel deli items. When it comes to special teams, nothing is more special than My Circle K's Kickback Reward Program. Rewards every purchase, every time. Find them, follow them, throw a tailgate party with them. MyCircleK.com.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.